guys, I got a request from one of my subs, Simply Witch, to share my Halloween journal that I did this past Samhain. She wanted a look-see on or an explanation on how I did my pages, being that it's already done, and I don't plan on, not done, it's half done, and I don't plan on working on this book again until Samhain this year, but I can share with you what I've done already and explain the techniques I used to create this book. This was my very first junk journal, and I would approach things quite differently now, having learned quite a bit since then. This was originally a purchased journal book from, I think, Walmart or Target, one or the other. Anyways, this is for my Trick or Tarot journal, which is a Trick or Tarot cards deck, which is a Halloween themed deck, and I was working at Halloween time. I was hoping to get it done by Halloween and share it with you guys, but mislaid plans of mice and men, I only got it halfway finished, so I was going to complete it this year. This is just a little dangle that I picked up at Hobby Lobby, which I thought fit the theme perfectly. This was a decoration that I drew on here with a paint pen from, it's a design from the back of the cards from the Trick or Tarot deck. I put these little cute little danglies on here. There's candy corn. Who doesn't love candy corn? You either love them or you hate them. Me, I love them. First page is like a dedication to the book. Be calm, feel no alarm. These imps have only come to tell that in your book of fate all things are well. And this was the back of the card. I just photocopied it. And this is just washi tape. Now let me tell you, the thing that I would do different is every page in this book I hand painted with watercolors, okay, with a dark theme, and then I edged it in black ink and black watercolor paint. Now this really compromised the integrity of the book. It got the spine, soaking wet. It separated. I had to reinforce the pages onto the cover because water and glue just don't mix well, as we all know. So what I would do differently is I would use watercolor paper, do it the right way with the right materials, then I would make signatures and sew them into a book. I would not do this again because I don't know how long this book is going to last. I really damaged the integrity by doing it this way. That's what I would do different. But yeah, it took a really long time too, because then being that it's not watercolor paper, I had to try to dry it with my heat gun, and then I had to iron every page numerous times to get the wrinkles out and get it flat again. But yeah, it's just basic grungy watercolor, dark themed, Halloween-y colors, because it's a Halloween book. It's supposed to be dark and that one looked like the moon, doesn't it? It's supposed to be dark and grungy looking, right? There's a napkin. Where is it? Right there. Oh, I love texture napkins too. Just love it. Anyways, so you saw the first page. A lot of the stuff that's in here is just basically Halloween papers. Either I downloaded them on the net. I got like a little pieces like this from Tim Holtz, which if you search, you can actually find these images online and print them up yourself. You don't have to buy Tim Holtz stuff, but it makes it easy, and I love Tim Holtz branding. But yeah, a lot of these images you can get online. And then I used, just scrapbook paper, washi tape, and themed. I drew this. You could see that on my original on my Instagram, and then I gussied it up with more stuff. Tim Holtz tags, of course. Flip out for explaining the haunted house tarot spread and what each card represents. Look at the front door, windows. Yeah. And then the chimney, I guess. Widow's Walk. Yeah. And there's a Halloween spread, the little explanation book that I made talking about the Halloween spread, the tarot, the jack-o'-lantern spread, and what each placement represents. Just cute. And a couple of pages I glued together and made these tags to write stuff on. Well, this one I didn't do, obviously. This was a card for my sister that I cut out and made into a tag. She always gives me, I love Halloween, it's my favorite time of year. She always gets me the cutest little gifts. These were Bastille German die cuts, vintage replicas I downloaded and made tags out of. This was a Halloween treat candy bag, glued down and then surrounded with washi tape. And then we have the not court cards, not the court cards, the main cards. I can't remember the name. And I dedicated one to each page. The Emperor, the Hierophant. Copied them on my computer and printed them up with my inkjet. And put them in. And I just haven't done any journaling in this book yet. This is basically just a short explanation of what the card stands for. The Major Arcana. That's what it's. Death card. It was a very cute deck that I really loved. Enjoyed playing with. I love vintage Halloween, so I really connected with this deck. The Devil, Old Scratch, Art, the Moon, the Sun, and the World. Then we come to the Wands section, court cards, sorry. And this was a card that I had gotten from my sister from a couple years ago that I saved, explaining the court cards. A little tuck spot. Some Ric-a-Rac sewing that I put in here. The Knight, the Queen, the pages of each suit. Put in here. I really love this deck. Can't wait to play with it again. But I want to keep it special for Halloween, Samhain time, you know. I don't want to use it year round, so when I start working with it again this year, I will continue in this book. And we've got the wand section. I glued that one down, made a little tuck spot. Again, Bastille, vintage. And then we've got each of the cards. What happened? I skipped them all? Huh. Yeah. And each one's painted differently. Yeah, dark, grungy, messy. Then we got the cups, another Bastille pull tag, vintage. I don't know if that's Tim Holtz or if I downloaded it from the internet. Oh, goody there. What's that? Another tag, a little flip up. Then we got the cup section. Sure, you don't want to look at every page, do you? I haven't really finished these. If you can look and get a flip through on YouTube, there's tons of flip throughs for this deck. And we got the sword section, another Bastille tag I made. We got the swords, and then the cups. After that, get a little more arty. Oh, pentacles, sorry. Bastille tag again. Another tag here, added a little bit of sewing on it to it. Inked up the edges of this with some inks. Ranger's inks. Yeah, it's just velveteen, Halloween-y themed. What do you call it? Scrapbook paper. Pentacles. And then I started getting arty after that because I, of course, have gone through the tarot deck. And I made these little tuck spots with recipes on them. Recipe bath salt for Samhain. On that side, a Halloween aura potpourri recipe talking about season of the crone. Samhain psychic powder and banishing powder recipe. Witchy. This one's going to be my bug page. Samhain incense, ancestor oil recipes. This one's blank. There's nothing on it. These are just regular files from my office. Cut them out, inked them up on the edges to grunge them up a little bit, sewed on a little button to keep them from... it doesn't want to go back in. They're kind of tricky. There we go. This one is my pumpkin page. Dressed pumpkin seeds. I created a little window here with some dressed seeds packet that you can kind of see through. And then on the other side is more Seed Magic Pumpkin Prosperity Oil. This page was going to be dedicated to talking about pumpkins and how they're magical to chase away evil spirits. Glowing pumpkin, little slide out, isn't that cute? Yeah, and then the other pages are pretty much blank. Got my poison page. This is a napkin. Scrapbook paper. Torn, because I like the tears. I inked it up a little bit, created pockets. Made one tag, not the other. Yeah, and then I've still got a bunch of pages to do. But yeah, that's basically how I approached this book and how I would do things differently. It's a napkin. I just love the texture that they create. A little bumpy, grungy, beautiful. But yeah, I plan on working it again this fall, and I will share it again later when I get done. As that will be also a part 2. So I hope you like it, Simply Witch, and I hope that this gave you some inspiration to work on a Halloween book this year. I really love these little candy corns. They're so cute. I got them at Hobby Lobby when I got this, by the way. Hobby Lobby is like a great place to go and get beads down here in South Florida. That's my to-go-to. Way better than Michael's. Anyway, hope you enjoyed, and I will catch you guys later on the flip side. I'll be sharing my junk journal at the as I work on it. I continue to work on it through this rough time. But anyways, hope you enjoy, and I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Make every day your masterpiece. Bye-bye.